Good, happy Monday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to August 1st, 2016. Welcome to the Riley King Newscast. We have a lot of news to get to, so let's get started. First up, man falls 25 feet at Livermore Falls. A man is in the hospital after falling close to 25 feet onto rocks at Livermore Falls in Campton. Motorcyclist killed in crash on Route 101. A motorcyclist was killed in a two-vehicle crash on Saturday, according to Bedford police. Vandals spray paints Portsmouth Police Department. Portsmouth police are investigating an act of vandalism done to the police department on Saturday night. Powerball jackpot winning tickets sold in New Hampshire. We may not know yet who purchased the winning Powerball ticket in New Hampshire, but one thing is certain. Their life is about to change forever. Rules change for hunters in the Granite State. New Hampshire hunters should be aware that certain rules have changed as a result of this year's biennial rule-making review. Manchester man killed in Bedford crash over the weekend. Police are investigating a fatal crash in Bedford that occurred over the weekend. Dunbarton woman gives birth to baby girl after serious crash. A pregnant woman delivered a healthy baby by emergency concurring after she was seriously injured during a crash in Dunbarton on Saturday. Ayot horn blasts Trump's blast of Khazari Ghazi Khan. Two of the state top Republicans said Sunday they were appalled by Donald Trump's criticism of Muslim Gold Star parents who spoke at the Democratic National Convention last week. GOP candidates for state races speak at meet and greet event. Candidates from all over the Republican ballots came out to the American Legion Hall in Epping Sunday to shake hands and meet voters. Arrest made in Rochester gas station robbery. A Wakefield man was arrested in connection with a gas station robbery Sunday morning. Durham Boy Scouts return from 12-day trip to New Mexico. A group of Boy Scouts have returned home to Durham from an adventurous trip to New Mexico on Saturday. 2 people drowned in Everett Lake. Officials said a man and woman drowned in Everett Lake in Ware on Saturday. Car crashes into ambulance in Manchester. Police are investigating an accident involving an ambulance in Manchester on Sunday morning. Crash closes part of Back River Road in Merrimack. Part of Back River Road in Merrimack closed after a vehicle struck a utility pole Sunday morning. Donald Trump on Russia, Ukraine, and NATO. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. Let's talk about Russia. You made a lot of headlines with Russia this week. What exactly is your relationship with Vladimir Putin?
I have no relationship with Putin. I have no relationship with Putin.
But if you have no relationship with Putin, then why did you say in 2013, I do have a relationship? In 2014, I spoke...
Because he has said nice things about me over the years. I remember years ago, he said something, many years ago, he said something very nice about me. I said something good about him when Larry King was on. This was a long time ago. And I said, he is a tough cookie, or something to that effect. He said something nice about me. This has been going on. We did 60 Minutes together. By the way, not together, meaning he was probably shot in Moscow.
Well, he was in Moscow, you were in New York. But that's the thing.
No, just so you understand, he said very nice things about me, but I have no relationship with him. I don't.
Yeah, you said for 3 years, 13, 14, and 15, that you did have a relationship with him.
No, look, what do you call a relationship? I mean, he treats me with great respect. I have no relationship with Putin. I don't think I've ever met him. I never met him. I don't think I've ever met him.
You would know it if you did,
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So I don't think I've ever met him. I mean, if he's in the same room or something, but I don't think so.
Never spoken to him on the phone?
I've been in Moscow. I didn't meet him in Moscow. Where?
Never spoken to him on the phone?
I have never spoken to him on the phone, no. I've spoken when we had the Miss Universe contest a number of years ago. We had Miss Universe in Moscow, in the Moscow area. He was invited. He wanted to come. He wasn't able to come. That would have been a time when I would have met him.
But I just want to clear this up, because you did say on 3 different occasions you had a relationship with him. Now you say there is none.
Well, I don't know what it means by having a relationship. I mean, he was saying very good things about me, but I don't have a relationship with him. I didn't meet him. I haven't spent time with him. I didn't have dinner with him. I didn't go hiking with him. I don't know. I wouldn't know him from Adam, except I see his picture and I would know what he looks like.
Vice President Biden told me this week that Vladimir Putin wants to beat Hillary. And Madeleine Albright said that your victory would be a gift to Putin. And what they're pointing to is things like your statements about conditioning our commitments to NATO allies, softening the GOP platform on Ukraine, even considering softening sanctions and recognizing Russian annexation of Crimea. They fear that that's going to hurt America and advance Russia's interests.
They only fear one thing: losing the election.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Hot air balloon hit power lines, but cause of crash still unclear, investigators say. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
They call me.
Nationwide is on your side.
Next to Texas, and another big story we're following tonight, the investigation into the deadliest hot air balloon crash in U.S. history. The NTSB pouring over the crash site today, sharing this photo of the balloon on the ground, which landed 3/4 of a mile from the basket. As new video shows the hot air balloon in flight just moments before disaster struck. And as we learn new details about the 16 people who perished, here's ABC's David Curley.
This is the actual flight that ended as the deadliest balloon tragedy in the nation's history. Tonight, some of the first clues. NTSB investigators on the scene confirming the balloon hit the transmission lines and there may have been fog in the area.
There's physical evidence to indicate that the balloon or some component of the balloon hit the wires themselves and not the tower.
It was shortly after sunrise, these pictures taken as the flight covered its 8 miles. At 7:40, the balloon carrying the 16 is nearing its landing zone. At 7:42, those wires, some 10 stories high, are hit.
Like a gunfire explosion.
You saw a big fireball go up, and it's just praying that whoever was there got away from the thing in time.
Sister 2, need your routes for local flames unknown entry.
Emergency crews are on the scene at 7:55, finding fire and death. Along with the 15 passengers, the commercial pilot Skip Nichols, a balloon lover, as he told our Texas affiliate.
It's a ton of fun. It's an adventure every time. Congratulations, you're all aeronauts.
It's bad enough to lose a fellow pilot. It's much more horrific to lose innocent passengers.
It was the worry of an accident like this one and several others like these caught on camera, which caught the attention of the NTSB 2 years ago, asking the FAA to enact additional oversight on the growing balloon tour industry. The FAA did not take action.
What does this accident tell us about what the NTSB recommended to the FAA?
The full board has classified their response as an unacceptable response.
And David Curley joins us live now from the crash site. The investigation is just beginning. Have they gathered any other evidence that will help them figure out what went wrong?
Yes, a lot of physical evidence today, Tom. They found 14 cell phones and 3 cameras. Now, the cameras were severely damaged. They'll take them back to the lab. They're hoping that the photos and if there is video on those cell phones will help them with the last minutes of flight. What happened? What were the weather conditions? A lot of answers potentially on those devices, Tom.
Piece it together. All right, David, thanks so much.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on. Goodbye, everyone.